How you doing? Everybody who knows me knows I'm a comic book guy. I'm even using the comic book filter on this camera thingy. It looks kind of stupid. These goggles look even dumber. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Anyway, I want to tell you a story today. I've been to dozens of comic shops all over the place. Shops of every size, shape, big corporate-owned stores, little mom-and-pop places, dirty places, clean places, weird places, whatever. Today, I went to what may actually be the worst comic shop I've ever gone to. I'm not going to tell you what the name is or where it's located, but I drove about a half hour after work. Somebody had mentioned this place to me a few weeks ago, and I'd never heard of it before. I figured I'll check it out. So I get there, and the first thing is the door's locked. And there's a little sign that says, if the door is locked, ring the bell. So I ring the bell. I figure maybe the guy's taking a crap or something. I know how that goes. So I wait for a minute, no answer. All of a sudden, this young guy, probably early 20s, comes around the corner. And he goes, "Oh, hey, man, I'm sorry, I locked myself out of the place." I said, "Well, that's an accomplishment." So he goes, "I got to call the boss, and he's going to come. He's going to open the store. So can you wait a minute?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right. You know, I'm a patient boy." So these goggles are ridiculous. Oh, this hair is even worse. Pardon all this. Jesus. Anyhow, so he's got two friends with him. One of them, somehow Jimmy's opened the door or whatever. So they open the door, and we walk in. I walk in with the guy, the clerk, and his two friends. Nobody says anything to me like, "Hey, welcome to the store," or if you need help finding anything, or, can I help you with something? This stuff that you should do. So already I'm like, all right, whatever. So I start looking around the store, and it makes no sense the way it's set up. The new comics are just on these, they're not on racks, like, tilted or anything. They're just flat on the shelves, on like these cheap shelves. And they're just kind of stacked up, and there's no rhyme or reason as far as sorted by company or sorted by title, alphabetic, anything. I don't know what their system is, if there is even a system. And some of the books are bagged and boarded, some aren't. And they're just on flat shelves. And so if you get to a higher shelf, you can't even see what's on there. You got to take the books down and go through them. So I quickly tired of that. And then I look around, they got some statues, some pops, a couple toys, but nothing's in any sort of order. And they have back issues in these, paper boxes, a typical comic boxes, but they slide out of these kind of enclosures. The problem is, if you pull it out more than halfway, it just falls. Like, you have to hold the thing. And so I want to look for some back issues of Ghost Rider from the 70s, because that's what they do, and they didn't have any. Not that they might have, because the stuff seemed to be in no order whatsoever. So the whole time this is going on, there's no music, no TV, anything like that. It's these three young guys, and they're having this very loud conversation. I think they're talking about martial arts or something, but it's, "Oh, fuck this and that fucking guy, and oh, what a shithead, and fucking this thing and that fucking..." I'm thinking, you don't know me. What if I get offended by that sort of blue language? Now, at my shop, at Fat Moose where I work, we curse all day long, but only when it's just our regulars. We don't speak like that when there's an unknown customer in the store. You shouldn't do that. So it's a little off-putting. So I'm looking around, and anytime I go to an independently owned comic shop, I buy something. I feel obligated, like I should buy something, even if it's a $3 comic, whatever. There's nothing. I didn't even want to give them my money, but I thought, let's not waste this trip. One of my customers was looking for 2 books that came out this week that we sold out of. So I said to the guy, "Excuse me," interrupting his important conversation. So I'm looking for 2 books. What is this hair? Anyway, so I'm looking for 2 books that came out this week, Copper #1 and the new Green Lantern. I forget the issue number, but I'll know it when I see it. And he goes, "Oh, well, we don't have the new books out yet." Now, today's Friday. Most comic shops pay extra to get their books on a Tuesday so they can get them out and sorted, and then they're ready to go Wednesday morning. Some comic shops don't, and that's fine, but it's Friday. So I said, "Well, where are the books?" And he points to one diamond box, which means they don't order a lot of stuff at all. And he goes, "Well, it's there," and the owner does all that, sorts the books and stuff. That Green Lantern's probably in there. I don't know about the other book. The Green Lantern's probably in there. I was like, "Well, you want to pop it open? We could have a look." "Oh, no, I can't do that. The boss does that." And so I said, "Well, when are the books going to be out? Because this place isn't close to me. I mean, it's close-ish, but I don't plan on coming back." I didn't tell him, but I'm not going back. And he's like, "Well, if he comes by tonight, they'll be out, ready tomorrow. But if not, I guess next Wednesday." I said, "So you're telling me that this week's books may not be on the shelf until Wednesday, when next week's books should be ostensibly on the shelves?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, I guess so." And I said, "Thank you for your time. Good day, sir." And I got the hell out of there. Didn't spend a dime. So there's a music store near there, ooh, a clue as to where this store might be, in this little pavilion kind of area. So I said, well, maybe let's not waste the trip. I need bass strings. So I go to the music store, decent little store, nothing high end guitar wise. Most stores, little stores, don't have anything high end. But the guy who was running the place, named Sean actually, and his helper, I didn't catch her name. They were very friendly, very engaging, and we were discussing the comic shop. I said, what's with that place? It's kind of a mess, you know? And they said, oh yeah, it used to be pretty decent, and then they started selling vape products, which I forgot about. Yes, they had a whole area of like vaping stuff, which, okay, millennials, enjoy your vaping, enjoy your popcorn lung. So yeah, these kids just didn't seem engaged at all. I don't know. I don't know if the kid even is a comic book kid, the clerk over there, or maybe, you know, he's in charge of the vaping stuff, or maybe it's the owner's nephew. I don't know. But according to the music store folks, it used to be a decent store, but it's kind of fallen by the wayside. So this store didn't have the bass strings that I need, but they're nice people. So I picked up a pack of acoustic guitar strings. I figured throw them a couple bucks because, you know, they were nice. It was a clean store. They were engaging. They were friendly. It's how it should be. So anyway, so this shop, yeah, it's terrible. And I'm not going to tell you what store it is. If you really want to know, if you're one of my comic book people, a customer, or you're in the industry and you're dying to know, message me privately and I'll tell you. But it was disheartening. It's the kind of store that your average person thinks all comic stores must be like. You know, it's giving us a bad name. You know, like comic shop, we try very hard. All the stores that I admire, like Dewey's and Zap and Bookstop and Funny Books, they're great stores. Everybody tries hard. Everybody does a good job. This place, so sorry about the rant, but it was upsetting. I really take pride in comic book shops and comic book culture, and this place was the pits. Anyway, thanks for putting up with this nonsense. Take it easy.